Mr. Sanyal, in a paper that you wrote and shared recently called "Risk versus Uncertainty," you write that policymakers often try to employ the same regulatory approach to tackle both risk and uncertainty, that this is a slippery slope since large range of possible outcomes in an uncertain world lead to proliferation of regulation that ironically get in the way of flexibility and transparency needed to deal with unpredictable situations. Now, we would all agree that this is a time of uncertainty with possible unpredictable situations as well. The pandemic that we are looking at, how should we read this paragraph in context to the policy in India right now?
Well, of course, we are in an uncertain situation. This is precisely the reason, this is precisely the point I was trying to make, is that policymakers very often have these grand plans ex ante because they seem to assume that they know exactly how things will pan out. Of course, you don't. I don't know any serious economist who had gone out there and predicted a pandemic in 2020. So this is a purely uncertain environment. And when you are playing in an environment where there are many moving dynamics, you do not know exactly where it will go, it is not a good idea to use up all your ammunition right in the beginning. It is far more important to do what is necessary to keep things going, but most importantly, look at what the real data says. Respond to it strongly where necessary, but be willing to use it in a much more calibrated way. This is precisely what we are doing. So if you look at how we are opening up on the health front, the unwinding of the lockdown, we haven't started out right in the beginning saying, okay, we know exactly when the cycle will end. No, we look at the data, we calibratedly open it up. Same thing on the economy. We know there's been a big hit, but of course, this is still an evolving situation, not just in India, by the way, but internationally. So when we open this up, we have to make sure, of course, there's liquidity for the SMEs. We know for a fact that there are problems that the financial sector will face. There are other sectors like hospitality, airlines, and so on that have clearly been affected. But exactly how this will pan out? Well, the only way to deal with it is to look at what the data actually says. Look at what the balance of risk is and keep responding to it. This is not a sprint. There is no playbook you can follow blindly. You have to respond as this environment unfolds itself, and you have to consequently be willing to do it in a calibrated, systematic way.